Back here for the start of the second half of action. The Hoosiers once again up over Northwestern, 40-24. Cruz, what are you looking to see from Indiana to start off this second half of action?
Well, honestly, I don't think you really need to change much from what you were doing in the first half. You know, Indiana's up 16 points. They've gradually pulled away from Northwestern. And, you know, you've had a couple of defensive breakdowns. I think that's really the only thing you have to worry about. You know, you do have Maryland coming up on your schedule. I think you need to you obviously don't overlook Northwestern for the rest of this game, but I think you need to make sure that you're not giving Northwestern anything easy in preparation for Maryland, because Maryland will be much more of a battle than this one.
Back underway here in Northwestern. Wildcats will go left to right on the radio dial as Walsh throws up a corner three, way off, no good, and Moore McNeil tracks down the board. Moore McNeil screened by Garzone, spins, drives, spins again, puts up the left-handed shot, and it falls. Indiana strikes first here in the third quarter. Rainey finds McWilliams. She'll drive right to the top of the key. Now they'll find it over to Mott, guarded by Garzone. Mott's going to work her way inside the paint. Now back outside. Rainey's going to fire a three. That one goes down for Kayla Rainey.
That's a big-time shot for Northwestern. Just over a minute in, you gave up an easy bucket to Chloe Moore McNeil, but you hit a big-time three on the other end. Northwestern's going to need to string some stops together and get some buckets on back-to-back possessions to cut into this lead. There's still plenty of game left for the Wildcats.
Garzone driving right. It's going to go. Fakes right, goes left, and misses the shot. Northwestern corrals the rebound. Rainey now over to Wood. Back to Rainey, who just hit a three from this spot. Feeds it inside to Wood. No foul called. Wood on the right block. Back outside to Rainey. And that ball trying to find the hands of McWilliams, but goes over her head for a Northwestern turnover.
And that was just, we're not going to sugarcoat this. It was just frankly a bad turnover for Northwestern. Again, just getting sped up. It was an easy pass from one side of the court to the other. Nobody was even guarding you, and you throw it over her head and out of bounds. You can't afford that if you're Northwestern.
Berger stops the nail hole. Back outside. Chloe Moore McNeil fires a three, no good, off back iron, and Sydney Parrish tracks down the rebound. Back to Berger. Size up. Drives inside. Draws the contact. No foul called, and she misses the layup. Rebound goes away. Kayla Rainey with it. Rainey finds McWilliams in the right corner, feeds inside, ball's tipped, and Sydney Parrish comes away with the steal. Parrish, screened by Holmes, steps back, doesn't fire the three, instead goes all the way inside, left-handed layup up and in.
Zero resistance from the Northwestern defense. She just drove by at least three Northwestern defenders on her way to the bucket, and nobody stopped her.
7th point for Sydney Parrish in this outing. Screen. Wood kicks it back out to Walsh, guarded by Holmes. Walsh has not been too involved in this outing, and that shot was up and no good. The foul on Indiana. That foul's going to go against Garzone. Caroline Lau will check back into the game for the Wildcats, and Paige Mott, will go to the line, shooting two. Mott, 4 points on the afternoon. First free throw up, no good, off back iron. Northwestern shooting 2 for 6 now from the free throw line.
And if you want to have a chance to upset this team, this Indiana team, you have to convert from the line as another missed free throw by Paige Mott. You're leaving free points on the board, and you're not going to be able to complete a comeback or maybe even start one if you can't convert at the free throw line.
Arizona on the far right side now feeds it to, that's Berger. Backing down, throws up a shot. Now this time she's fouled, and Berger will go to the line. Berger, of course, like we've said, first game back since that injury against Auburn in that Las Vegas trip. And I'm going to be honest, Cruz, I did not expect her to be back this soon.
No, I don't think really anybody outside of the program expected that. They kept it behind closed doors, and they did a really good job of keeping it kind of sealed off from the public. You know, we should know that, obviously, as broadcasters. But it's great to see Grace Berger back on the floor. Seems to be moving around pretty well, especially with the leg brace on her right leg. You know, it's good to see if you're an Indiana fan.
You know better than anyone, Cruz, with that leg brace and how that feels.
It's definitely not fun.
Kaylee Walsh backing down. Mackenzie Holmes throws up a shot. No good. Ball tapped around, and Indiana comes away with it. Hoosiers up 45-27. Just under 7 minutes to go. Garzone fakes the three, now steps back and fires a three. That's no good. Rebound loose. Oh, all the chairs falling down there on the far side as players were diving for it. Sydney Parrish looking a little rattled after going for that rebound.
That's a big time possession here for both teams. Sarame digs it out. Corsellis gets it over, and the kill by Corsellis beyond the 10-foot line.
It's a nice little swing right there, a roll shot, and just falls right in front of Eva Hudson. Really well placed by Alonzo Corsellis.
Corsellis almost backpedaling there for the kill. That is not easy, ladies and gentlemen. Fitzner sends it over. Winding up, and Indiana not able to control that one. Another point for Purdue. Purdue now 2 points away from the set victory. And what a set number one this has been between two rivals. Hornung takes the serve over the net, and it is a service error once again. Both teams struggling on their serves.
And here comes Daphne to serve. She's been really good so far, but she also does have a very aggressive serve.
Indiana taking the serve, 2 points away from taking a set victory. Daphne, aggressive serve. Hudson, the big swing, it's out.
Tipped at the net though.
Oh.
And a huge vertical by Hudson. Just able to get over all of the blockers and just barely get a tip from those Hoosier blockers at the net.
And now Purdue is 1 point away from the set number one victory. They send it over. Hayworth over to Colheed. Big time kill! Indiana staying with it.
Colheed on the slide, just so efficient. Colheed's such a great attacker, and the slide play seems to always work for the Hoosiers.
And especially for Colheed. Colheed has almost mastered that to perfection. Corsellis sends it over. And it is out, not tipped. Indiana, 25-24.
Seemed like that one just missed a couple Hoosier arms.
As the Wilkinson Hall crowd rises to their feet, we're gonna have a timeout by the Boilermakers. But Purdue in danger of going down 1-0 here early in Bloomington. Alonzo Corsellis will take the serve for Indiana. The crowd on their feet here inside of Wilkinson Hall can hardly see the court. Corsellis sends it over. They're gonna set it up to Hudson. Sarame with the dig. Over to Saris, tips it over. Block! Indiana wins set number one! Oh my goodness! Since October 9th, 2019, the Indiana Hoosiers take a set over the Purdue Boilermakers. Oh my goodness.
Agree. What do you got?
I got to go with Alabama taking on Tennessee.
A must watch.
The third-ranked Crimson Tide taking on the sixth-ranked Volunteers. Tennessee has not beaten Bama since 2006. And I got to say, I think this is the year for Knoxville. I got Tennessee beating Alabama 35-28, and those goalposts in Knoxville should be scared by them. The 13th-ranked Indiana Hoosiers captured their second victory of the season on Thursday against the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Start of the first half, Hoosiers up by 6. Tamar Bates will find Jordan Geronimo in stride for a transition three. The three ball was finally money for Indiana in this one, but Chafinos go whip it over to Miller Kopp. Stuck on a double team, back to Hood Chafino. He'll find Bates for a corner three, and Bates knocks it down, nothing but nylon. Indiana starting to break this open. Xavier Johnson, he's going to attack the paint, finds Kopp for a wide open three, buckets. That would be one of 4 Kopp would hit on the night. Now on to the second half. The Wildcats looking for some offense. Marcus Garrett looking inside, and look at KJ Davis over Race Thompson and Trace Jackson Davis. But TJD would have the last laugh. Johnson's going to drive baseline, shuffle pass to Trace Jackson. Davis counted in the foul. Jackson Davis would finish off the game with 21 points on a 90% clip. Another look at this beautiful pass from the X-Man, and TJD just too strong with it, so he will put the Wildcats to sleep. Hoosiers improved to 3-0 on the season and will travel to Cincinnati on Friday to play the Xavier Musketeers in their first road matchup.